What the hell should young men be doing in life? Should you be getting all the girls? Getting a wife that's loyal to you? Or the girls, they're there. Should you be on nofap? Oh, but is adult content corn good for you? You need to bust nuts. You don't want to get prostate issues. Should you be hanging out with the guys, networking, being with the bros? Or should you be grinding? Should you be on monk mood? Away from the world? Away from all the disturbances? Should you get a job in the fast food restaurant? Get the job. Be an entrepreneur. Get the money. Should you do that? Should you get the money? Be an entrepreneur. Be an alpha male. Should you, work in the fast food restaurant? Go down a career? Go to college? Go to university? Should you play the game? This game is cold, by the way. Should you play that? Should you be gaming? Or should you take inspiration from the anime? Look how cold this guy is. Should you be like him? Should you play this game? Become the master of time and space? Or should you be an alpha male? Not playing any games, on your grind, waking up 6 AM, not doing anything outside of work, like a horse. Should you be doing that? Should you be on dating apps, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, Christian Mingle, you name it? Should you be swiping on dating apps, getting women? Should you be approaching women? Because dating apps, that's for pussies. You need to be approaching women in real life. Getting real women in real life. Should you be doing that? Should you be rejected? You approach the girls, you're getting rejected. You're too short, you're too ugly. So you put insoles in your shoes to get taller. Then when you go to the function, everyone's looking at you. What the hell? How do you grow 6 inches? But I thought 6 inches was enough. Is 6 inches not enough? Should you be a Sigma? Should you be an Alpha? Should you be a blue pill beta male Disney beta? Princess Jasmine's gonna fall into your lap on the magic carpet. There's no magic carpet. Should you be going to the gym, getting jacked? Or should you get the dad bod? Oh, dad bods turn me on so much. No, they don't! Stop lying, Jessica! Should you travel? Should you travel to Thailand, Bali? Should you go to London? What in the world are we supposed to do? There's so many different aspects of life, so many different adventures that people tend to go on. Different ventures, different pathways. What are you supposed to do? What one thing should the guys like us be doing? And to be honest, I've struggled just so long and I've kind of figured it out a little bit, but these are the things that I believe that all men non-negotiably should be doing. And the first thing is, what can you control? Now, a lot of guys are just pussies. Worrying about what they can't control. Worrying about that the money's not there right now. Worrying about that they're short. You're under 6 foot. Look, I'm a real ass guy. I'm real with you. I'm 5'9", 5'10" on Hinge and Tinder. But that doesn't stop me. That's not something I can control. What I can control is my style, what I do in the morning. Am I going to be fat and lazy, need a bra for my tits, 8 months pregnant, or am I going to go to the gym, get shredded, fast, go on diets, to try look better, to try do everything I can do, try be the man I want to be? Am I going to approach the girls and finally get a girlfriend, as you can see here? Am I going to get girls, or am I just going to beat my meat? Am I going to beat off to what's her name? Mia Khalifa? Am I going to be that guy, or am I going to improve my life as much as I can to get what I want? Am I going to take inspiration from these guys? Garo doesn't give a shit about who's in his way, about his height. Who cares? You need to not care. You need to not. Garo's not beating his meat, arguing with his girlfriend. He controls his emotions. Control what you can control. Control the things you can control. Worry about those things. And I've got a story for you, because there was a time where I had a choice to control my emotions. Something that really hurt me. And it was a time where a girl did me dirty. It's always the girls, isn't it? But we were playing a game called Paranoia. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain it. Paranoia is a game where we're in a party setting. And there's drinks, alcohol. I'm at university. We have a flat party, essentially. And so first you whisper into someone's ear. So in a group, one person whispers to another person a question. That person answers to the whole group, saying someone's name, for example. So the person might whisper, "Oh, who's the most handsome?" And then, or who you want to make out with? And that person answers the name like Matthew. And then a coin is flipped to reveal the rest of the group what the question was. So for example, I whisper to this guy, "Oh, who's the hottest chick?" He's like, "Lisa." Now, no one knows my question, but now now the coin is flipped to decide whether that question's revealed. So it's kind of like Paranoia. Damn, are we going to find out what they said? Or are you just going to be just thinking what they said. So the situation goes like this. We're at the party, the function. There's black girls, white girls, Asian girls, mixed race girls. You get the gist. And I'm there. I think it might have actually been this day, a few years ago when I was in university. Like, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. God knows. But I was in university, you know. I bought the new fit. I thought, damn, you know, there's going to be girls there. There's going to be drinks. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to vibe. I might get laid. This girl whispers to this girl a question. This girl says, Elite, which is me, EliteKi, but she's, Elite. I'm like, damn, what does she ask? Am I handsome? Am I kissable? Does she want to smash? I'm starting to feel myself. I'm starting to feel myself, thinking, damn, this girl's hot. She was light-skinned babe. She was nice. She was. I thought I was in there. Then the coin flip is done, and the coin lands on the head. She has to reveal what the question was. Now I'm sweating. I look at her. She looks at me. I look at her. She looks at me. I look at her. She looks at me. I'm thinking, damn, my dorm room is messy. If I smash, like, I don't know why I'm gonna smash. My room was messy. It wasn't dirty, but the bed wasn't made. And then she finally reveals what the question was. She said my name, so the answer to this question was me. Which guy do you think is the least attractive? And I'm pretty sure it was the most ugly. Honestly, nothing describes how I felt more than the Vegeta crying in the rain meme. I was hurt. I was distraught. I bought the new shoes, the jacket, the new clothes. Thought I was feeling myself. Thought the girls were on me now. I don't forget that kind of stuff. And at the time I felt upset, but something inside me just said, look, you need to control your emotions. You need to have emotional control. And there's two things I could do. I could just take it to heart. I could, you know, say girls don't like me. Continue to be fat, ugly, and disappointed in myself. I could watch anime with girls bazoinkas. These girls don't even exist. I wish she existed though, but they don't exist. I could stay the same as I was. This was me in high school. I could stay the same, be the same guy. Play League of Legends on a losing streak. Now, you can play games, but I was on a losing streak, playing the same games, doing the same things. How's that going to improve my life? How is it going to change that from never happening again? And I could go down the wrong roads. This is the island of roads. But I'm not talking about roads. I'm talking about Lana roads. Blasting my meat. Beating my meat. Blasting on the walls. But I didn't want to do that. Maybe I could just say, not everyone's going to like me. But I could also level up. Get shredded. Go on diets. Gain muscle. Improve my style. Improve my looks. Approach other girls. Finally grab a girl. Get a girlfriend for myself. And bounce back in the gym. Improving my skills. Coding. Doing everything to better myself. These days, guys just don't do that. They have one bad experience and then that's their emotion. They can't control their emotions. Their emotions get the better of them. They're sad. They're lonely. And that's how it stays. And the next thing is something I used to say at the end of every single video I made. You will take them L's, but don't take them L's in vain. Now, nothing encapsulates this better than the story of Sisyphus, the tale of Sisyphus, where this man was he was cursed to push a boulder up a mountain. And at the very top, when he's about to reach the top, the boulder would fall all the way back down to the bottom. Now, taking those L's in vain would be thinking, damn, this sucks. I beat my meat. I failed. I quit the good video games, but I went back to it. I skipped the gym. It's all over. My progress is gone. But that's one thing that men should always know, because the fact is, you're always figuring it out. Always. You could stay lame. This was me before. I was lame. I was on Instagram searching up Instagram baddies. No match on Tinder. Fat as hell. But the fact is, my life changed quite a bit. I'm in the gym, gaining some muscle, have a girlfriend, gaining my skills, gaining some success. I'm very consistent now. But the fact is, both these guys are figuring it out. Both these guys are taking L's week in, week out. Yesterday, I was so close to ordering that pizza. I just had enough. I was upset. I missed a few days uploading these videos. I had a bad day at work. I had a bad day, just a bad week. Doesn't mean I lost my progress. Doesn't mean if I ate that pizza, my gains would go. It's not the end goal. It's the task. It's the struggle of doing it. And you're always figuring it out. You're just always figuring it out. Even when you've got the money, the cars, the women, the relationships, the happiness. And when you get the happiness, don't rely on these things, the material. Because what when that money goes? The tax, the IRS, HMRC, they take your money. What about when that woman breaks up with you, or the woman was using you for the money? What about that? You're always figuring it out. When you got the girl, you gain skills to get girls, learn how to talk to girls. When you got the money, you can do it again. You can gain the money. You know how to make money. When you're happy, you've been happy before. Just because you're sad right now, just because things gone downhill, doesn't mean things are going to be downhill forever. That's just a fact. And number 3 might be the most important one. But you need to be authentic. Be yourself. Because everyone's going to say the things you like are just not aligning with them. Anime is so cringe. That's what people said before when I was in school. Anime, oh, that's cringe. But I take inspiration from stuff like this. This guy is cold. Who would want a physique like this? It's not about the things he does, but the man himself. I can pull up on your girl and take your bitch with this Star Wars outfit. It's not about what I did. Some guy could be wearing the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, the Prada, but I'll do better than him with this. Because I developed myself, but that guy didn't. It's simple as that. You need to be the guy. You need to be authentic. Be yourself and be the coldest version of yourself. Be the best version of the authentic self. I'm proving my style. I'm wearing whatever I want. I'm playing whatever I want, but with some resistance, with some control. Not 25 hours videos in video games a day. League of Legends on a losing streak. Beating your meat to Ari, Sona from League of Legends, if you know them. They're hot, but come on. Like, you could do better than that. But Mario Kart with the bros for a couple of hours, that can't hurt. And I'll literally smack you guys at Mario Kart. Anyone come at me. If I play this guy, it's over. But the fact is, there are non-negotiables with this. You can be unique, but there are some things that all men must be doing if you want to improve your life. If you don't want to improve your life, then I'm surprised you made it this far in the video. But the first thing is finding what works for you. What the hell works for you? What the hell is going to be good for you? What style is going to be yours? The jacket, the trousers, the suit, is that good for you? Or maybe you're a streetwear guy. Or maybe you can mix it up. I mix it up. I'll be in a gym outfit, muscles popping, showing. I can be in the jacket. I can be doing calisthenics in the park. I can be in the gym. I can do physical activity. I can go on runs. It doesn't matter what you do. Some kind of physical activity is what men should do. Some kind of style. Some kind of talents. Monetizing your talents. Whether that's in a career, a business, freelancing, anything you want to do. If you want to get successful and wealthy, there's things you need to do. Picking real love and intimacy, they always win over the digital fulfillment, over the Milana Rhodes corn, over the anime hentai girls. Real love, real fulfillment over those things, and you always be successful. Go on a date with a real life girl, getting a girlfriend. All those things are things that you need to be focusing on. And if you be unique and have non-negotiables, doing things regardless of whether you love them or not, regardless of whether it hurts. It hurts to approach a girl in person. It hurts to go to the gym or do physical activity. But there's things you must do. It might be hard to find your style, find your footing, but there's things you must do. You can't be fat, you can't be like this. You used to be tired and sick of being like this, or it's going to end up like I was. The most unattractive guy in the room. Can't talk to women. Blasting loads of semen all over the place. Releasing more semen than a shipwreck. Busting more gallons of milk than a dairy farm. You can't be that. You can't be that kind of guy. You need to just be yourself. Be unique in the best way possible. And that leads me to this. Stop trying to fit in. Just go against the grain sometimes. Look at the X-Men. They're cold. Professor Xavier, he made an academy for all these mutants. These people with differences, with powers. To fit into the world. To be proud of what they are. Be proud of the differences. Work on what they have inside of them. I don't care if you're 5'8", 5'6". There's things you can work on. There's things you can do. Don't just be a little bitch. Don't just fall into some stupid agenda, some black pill. Even some red pill is dangerous. Do what you can do. Do these non-negotiables. Go to the gym, work on your physique, gain money, get talented, get skillful. But you can also take inspiration from the gaming, inspiration from anime. Look how cold, bro. Let's see that guy again. Look how cold this guy is. Look at his physique. Look at his shoulders, bro. You need to just have some kind of passion, some kind of drive in life, and just be yourself, be unique. Because the truth is, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not.